Hey, YouTubers, I hope you're well. I'm getting a little bit better. Hopefully, I hope that's not just optimism. I think I'm getting better. Anyway, Harry and Meghan made a couple of woke statements this week, and a lot of people are speculating, well, gosh, are they just trying to be in the news, or do they really have something to say? So let's read the statements. They made a statement on Afghanistan and Haiti as the first statement. The world is exceptionally fragile right now. As we all feel the many layers of pain due to the situation in Afghanistan, we are left speechless. He's so speechless, now he's going to speak a lot. As we all watch the growing humanitarian disaster in Haiti and the threat of it worsening after last weekend's earthquake, we're left heartbroken. And as we all witness the continuing global health crisis, exacerbated, boy, that's a big word, by new variants and constant misinformation, we're left scared. Okay, so heartbroken and scared so far. When any person or community suffers, a piece of us does so with them, whether we realize it or not. So we're a worldwide community. And though we are not meant to live in a state of suffering, we, as a people, are being conditioned to accept it. That's a weird thing to say. It's easy to find ourselves feeling powerless, but we can put our values into action together. Okay, so he said speechless, heartbroken, scared, powerless, but we can put our values into action together. What did he really say? I don't know. He really didn't say anything. We can put our values into action together. There's no particular thing that is suggested. There's no solutions. This is woke speak. There's a problem. Oh no, I'm Greta Thunberg. That's how it's done. You don't give any solutions. You just point out that there are problems and it's someone else's job to fix those problems because you're a small child and you literally don't know anything. He made another statement in association with Dominic Reed, the CEO of the Invictus Games. Quote, here's Harry and Dominic Reed. What's happening in Afghanistan resonates across the international Invictus community. Read their statement, which was shared on the Invictus Games Foundation's Twitter account. Many of the participating nations and competitors in the Invictus Games family are bound by a shared experience of serving in Afghanistan over the past 2 decades. And for several years, we have competed alongside Invictus Games Team Afghanistan. Okay, so joining everybody together, their common origin and experience. They end with, we encourage everybody across the Invictus network and the wider military community to reach out to each other and offer support for one another. That's it. Talk to each other. That's it. I don't know. When 9/11 happened, I knew people actually in one of the buildings where the bombing occurred. And it was really important to reach out and say something, to throw my hat in the ring and say something, because I had been in that building. I had done work with those people. That's maybe what this feels like to me. And the final thing I want to talk about is Omid Scobie is being accused of word salad, which I think is all Omid Scobie does. And I'm wondering if Meghan is now freezing out Omid Scobie, because she seems to freeze out everybody, in case we haven't noticed.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle in paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. So we have Harry, Meghan, and Omid Scobie making a lot of woke statements. So let's take a look. So why did Harry and Meghan make these statements about Afghanistan and Haiti? Were they just trying to get, their name in the paper? Or is there more behind it? Let's just kind of see what the cards want to tell us about this. Is it just pure pandering? just want to get their, just want to be noticed. Any opportunity to be noticed. Or is there more than that? No. Devil. Devil's Queen of Spades. That's another devilish card. What is the true motivation for these woke statements? And they're woke because they don't say anything. There's no solutions. There's the vaguest identification of actual problems. No real problems are identified. Absolutely no solutions are identified. Nobody takes responsibility. They definitely shove it off on someone else. It's someone else's responsibility. You know, that's wokeness. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense and should be illegal to make statements like that, in my opinion. If you don't take responsibility, you should be arrested. But that would mean a lot of people in society would be arrested. Okay, so what do we got here? Hand in hand, city, and no. What's the true motivation? Just to get into the press? Okay, so hand in hand and city are both huge world cards, and no could just be a problem. They're just throwing their hat in the ring. There's a problem. They're throwing their hat in the ring. 17, 23, 6 clubs. So they're just, it's like a placeholder. You know, something happened, we're going to comment on it. Like Meghan started commenting, she said she would keep people updated about the Wu flu. And I can't call it by its real name, even though I have it. And she would become a resource for that. And people like laughed her off of Twitter for that. And the reason is because what does she know about it? She literally doesn't know anything about medical anything. And so people were just offended by her thinking that she could be somebody who would be even a conduit for medical information, you know, related to this worldwide pandemic thing. So they're really just throwing their hat in the ring as a placeholder. Player making a play. We're just going to do this one thing. It's an opportunity to make a play. Here we have the devil and the snake showing up. So snake, a long-term plan. The furthest looking cards are Queen of Spades, first and foremost, and King of Spades. These are the furthest looking cards. They look furthest into the future. They have a master plan that they're carrying out. Devil in the strong devil, okay, and a master plan. So they have an evil plan to establish themselves very strongly. Magi and cross. And this is establishing themselves permanently. Magi, I hate to notice this about the cards because I'm the Magi, but Magi can be deceptive. Magi can be a magician doing sleight of hand and tricks, and you think you're seeing this, but you're not. You're seeing actually something else. So let's add this up. 20, 32, 43, 54. Wow. Karmic shift. Karmic shift. That's the last card. Karmic shift. Yeah, so this is all about establishing their brand, and it's very selfish. The devil and the snake are showing. They're going to make their money, establish themselves, Jack of Clubs, by any means necessary, using anything. If they have to crawl over dead bodies, well, too bad for the dead bodies. Were they dead before they crawled over them, or did they die after they crawl over them? Doesn't matter. We have the devil and the snake. So they are manifesting, they are creating their future and establishing themselves by any means necessary, and definitely by nefarious means. Okay, nefarious means are not off the table, which is why they're constantly attacking the royal family. Okay, and I'm sure that Meghan has convinced Harry that this is what he has to do. If he's going to survive outside the royal family, this is what he has to do. He has to be absolutely ruthless. And there are two people at the top. One person is a completely Machiavellian and completely ruthless, which is what we're seeing here. The other kind of person who rises to the top is an amazing person, a person of amazing talent and solidity. But even those people of the amazing talent kind of people, they better learn to deal with the sharks or they won't stay on top. They'll be eaten. So even the people with tremendous, amazing talent, they have to become very tough to stay at the top. But I have met some of these people, and a lot of the people at the top are just pure Machiavellian devils. And it's amazing how many of those people there are, that they're just so ruthless, and that's how they got there, and that's how they stay there. So ruthlessness and internal and external toughness are absolutely necessary to get to the top and stay at the top, which I think, kind of explains somewhat, it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven. It's easier for a rich man to get into heaven than for a camel to go through the eye of the needle. I think maybe that's what the Bible was hinting at there, because otherwise that's a hard statement to understand. Because why would wealth be a great impediment? Because I think you have to be so ruthless to get all that wealth and to keep all that wealth, with few exceptions. All right, so is Scobie the next person who's going to get the axe from Meghan? Scobie said some things that Meghan didn't like, and it's being labeled as woke speak. It's not even really in the mainstream media. It's just kind of gossip on the sides. There's no articles about it, because Scobie has really served Meghan well. So is Scobie next on Meghan's freeze out list? Let's just see, because I do think Meghan is someone who puts everybody on the naughty seat and makes them wear the conical hat and forces them to defend themselves and is really mean to them and acts like they've been so bad, and you're just, that person is just confused, like, what are you talking about? What are you so angry about? I don't even know, what are we even talking about? Like that. So is Scobie her next victim? Meghan and Scobie. Meghan reacting to circumstances. Scobie. Well, Oh, okay. Is Omid Scobie her next victim? Well, we do have some interesting cards. Here's Omid Scobie. Cup overflowing lovers and straight razor. Please, Meghan, don't be mad at me. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are life itself to me. I love you. He's very emotional, cup overflowing, about this close relationship, and he doesn't want anything. He doesn't want there to be any problems. I'll do anything. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll do anything. Okay, Meghan, veil. Something's cooking under there. Fence sitter, she's reacting to something and she's unhappy about it. 9, 14, 4 diamonds. She is unhappy about something. She's kind of giving him the silent treatment and she's reacting to him. So he's made aware of it and he's just prostrating himself. Please, 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 no, no, no. I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm your most faithful servant. Don't do this to me. Snake, and yes, she is angry. Absolutely, she's angry about something. 21, in the relationship. Fox, Trinity, and Olive Tree. It's in her best interest to stick with Omid Scobie. 9 and 12, 21, 6 hearts. She is punishing him a little bit. She is letting him know that she's displeased and angry. He is just prostrating himself like crazy. Like, I love you, I love you, I love you. You're everything. I'll just die without you. And she is going to decide, after punishing him a little bit, that he's too important and she wants to keep him around. Okay, like an alligator keeping us, keeping a small parrot around to eat for later. But they're not going to break off. But she is kind of raking him over the coals right now. And it looks to me like it's more like it's primarily silent treatment. Like he's contacting her and she's just not responding, which would be unusual. So we have word of Omid Scobie hinting at baby number 3. What's going to happen if they have baby number 3? Are Meghan and Harry they going to give that silly ecology award back for only having 2 children? I mean, everybody had to know that was just woke speak, nonsense. They didn't commit to anything. I mean, maybe they'll have 9 children. And the more children Meghan has with Harry, the stronger her tie is to him, and the more money she guarantees herself when she finally chooses the next victim and cuts Harry loose, to float up on the beaches of California. So is Scobie hinting? Did he hint at a baby number 3? Because that's an interesting question, anything to stay in the news. That's what I think. Did he hint at a baby number 3? Because he's their mouthpiece, and that's why he's so useful. There's Jack of Hearts' baby. Baby. All right, so the underlying is Jack of Hearts' baby. Do we have Scobie hinting at baby number 3? Roadblock, 4 clubs, inheritance. No. 19, 5 clubs. 2 or more things, or speaking with a forked tongue. No, not at this time. No. I don't think he was hinting at a baby. No. Everything, cornucopia, 5 diamonds, 8 spades, Jacob's ladder, and scapegoat. This can literally say, no, she can't give birth, and this is the birth canal. Because of all kinds of circumstances, hospital and karmic related. This literally says she's not capable of giving birth. She is doing everything through medical procedures or surrogates, which I think we know this. 16, 25, 36, 9 spades. No. So, no, he's not hinting at another baby. And no, she is just simply physically not capable of having another baby. Okay, so I think this settles it. But that doesn't mean she's not going to have another surrogate. Let's ask. Because her incapacity to have a baby, probably because of age, because of schmorshmorshins, and other medical procedures, and she never wanted a child. Okay, she was very clear about never wanting a child because she was afraid she'd lose her figure. And she made all kinds of written deals, made Trevor Engelson make all kinds of written deals that he would hire a personal trainer, give her yoga, and all kinds of things to restore her body to its previous glory if they had a child together. So is Meghan's running the whole show, but are Meghan and Harry looking at surrogate baby number 3 at this time? Are Meghan and Harry looking at having surrogate baby number 3? Big change. Hand in hand. No. Let me put those up. Do we have Meghan and Harry at this time looking at surrogate baby number 3? Hand in hand, all the people and the foundation. 17 is 5 hearts, karmic shift. It would be a big change from what they've been saying. Okay, not at this time. So this would be a departure from what they're telling everybody, which doesn't stop them from doing anything. Trinity working everything together. Scourge and no, it's like a conflict for what they're working towards right now. Magi and Fox, brother and sister energy, King of Diamonds, Queen of Diamonds, both very clever manifestor cards. Female magician, male magician. No, they're very busy manifesting other things, okay? And it would kind of really throw a wrench in those things. So, no, they're not looking at sourcing baby number 3 at this point. Right, number 4, let's see. How are Harry's Afghanistan army mates, how are they reacting to Harry's statement? Because it's legit. Harry did 2 tours in Afghanistan as an army officer. Okay, I think he was an officer. So he did 2 tours in Afghanistan as an army officer. So maybe it's really appropriate that he just says something, throws his hat in the ring, because people really care about stuff like that. Okay, if you have a shared experience, a shared history, people really care about stuff like that. It's really important. It's like attending a funeral or a wedding or something. So how do they feel about Harry's statement? Are they like, how do they feel? Maybe they've turned against Harry. I don't know. How do they feel about it? Look at that. Look how positive that is. Let's see what's going on underneath. Okay, water into wine, joy and renewal, magi and yes. 22, 38 diamonds. I'd say it was tremendously important to Harry, for Harry to say something, and it was received very, very well. And the less he says, the less there is to criticize, because there's a real gamesmanship going on here of people criticize everything you say, which is part of why we have woke speak, why it's so common, because literally anything you say will be criticized. So woke speak is the art of saying words and not actually saying anything. And so people criticize the fact that they literally didn't say anything. And I personally hate woke speak, but I kind of get it, because people just criticize literally everything you say. Underneath, hand in hand, and home, this is the larger circle of people that Harry's connected to. Sudden, a problem. Afghanistan, Haiti, Sun, and Mother Earth, bringing awareness to the situation. 10, 22, 23, 24, 6 spades, the bad situation. So, interestingly, as much criticism as the woke statements are getting, I think they were received very, very, very well. And yeah, the woke statements were received very well. So let's review what we've got in this reading and all the wokeness overload. So, were the statements by Harry and Meghan just to get in the press? Yeah, they have a master plan. They're going to do anything to get that money, honey. They're going to do anything to get that money, and they're going to do underhanded and evil things to get that money. Is Meghan about to freeze out Scobie? Yes. She is torturing him right now, and he is prostrating himself in front of her, begging her about how important she is to him. You are my very life, Meghan. Please don't be mad at me. Is Scobie hinting at baby number 3? Nope. No. Are they looking at sourcing baby number 3 right now? No, they're not looking at that. And Harry's Afghan army mates, they love it. Okay, so even if we don't like the woke speak, even if we're like, oh, come on, man, not another one of these bland statements that doesn't say anything, it really works. That really works. And it's because they just want to hear his voice, and that he cares. And it's an expression of caring and concern and unity. And that's all he said. He really didn't say anything. And people love that stuff. People love it. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. And I'll see you next time.